What up, Jesus? I'm gonna make you a video since you wanted a video or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? It's funny how, like, you were the one that got me FL Studio and shit, and then, like, yeah, anyways, so I'm gonna show you more of what you can do to improve things. I do it for myself, for my beats. It comes out perfectly for me. Honestly, I'm gonna teach you more, or I'm gonna show you more than just the equalizer thing. Way more stuff, like stuff maybe you didn't know about, maybe you did. Mastering, drums, all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna show you a lot. So let's get started here. So I got FL open with a blunt. Close that down real quick. That's Scarface. Close that down. All right. So I'm in here. This isn't what I'm gonna be showing you. This is a other beat that I did with a partner of mine. But let's go to new. And so yeah, hold on, let it load up and stuff. But I gotta get on my keyboard. Oh, by the way, any producer, honestly, I feel, would need a MIDI keyboard, my nigga. You get yourself a MIDI keyboard and you will be satisfied for the rest of your life, okay? I guarantee you not. Or I guarantee you that, I shit you not, I guarantee you that you need one of these. It's really good. You can, you'll use it for anything, kicks, bass, whatever, fucking melodies, what have you. Alright, so first things first, what I'm talking about is for the pattern, for the beats per bar, you have it like that. Alright, I can see. And right up here, I thought that's what I saw. Alright, if not, then you probably had at an 8, which is an 8 beat step, right? So from here to here is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See what I'm saying? And then it starts over again, right? It's an 8 beat pattern. What you're gonna want to do for your drums and everything like that, if you want to get like real technical in with your drums and stuff, because it's really good to like get technical and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like with what you're doing with like your EDM music and stuff, I suggest. I'm not saying you have to, but since EDM's getting big right now, it needs to go through some phases, you know what I'm saying? And like a lot of the times you hear like the drums just being kind of like the same thing, kicks, snare, kicks, you know what I'm saying? So like you should try to be the next thing, you should try to be the next thing and not do the same, because that's what I'm trying to do with my beats, be the next thing and everything, you know what I'm saying? So what I usually do, what you could do best, because it would help you with a lot of like your melodies and stuff to like get different sounds going, all in one thing, is to put it at 16. All right, you can put it at 16, or you can scroll down and put it at 8. It's whatever. It would help you a lot. It would give you a lot more space to work with. Really, really, really good. Let's see, second thing, mastering. I'm gonna go on to the mastering before I make any beats. So you have your master track. So what I do is I'll load up a Fruity Soft Clipper. Now I heard you say Maximus makes everything sound better, but listen, you're not gonna put in one VST effect and make it sound better. It's not. Honestly, in music world, it's just not gonna work like that. You know what I mean? So usually what I do is I load up a Fruity Soft Clipper, and then I'll have it like this. I'll put the threshold all the way down, and then I'll leave the post, the post right where it's at. Click out of it. All right. And number 7, oh, make sure that the Fruity Soft clipper is in slot 8. Number 7, now listen, this is how I master my tracks. Every mix down is different though. You don't have to, but you can. Try it, see if you like it. Alright? Next thing I do is I put in a limiter. Alright, I don't fuck with it right now because nothing's going on. I need the beat to be going on in order to mess with it. Secondly, I put a compressor. You know, I turn the release, attack, ratio, and yeah, I turn those all the way down. Put this up maybe on a soft. And the gain, I don't do anything with the gain just yet. Just like I said, you know, I have to wait. And then I load up another thing, and it's called Sound Goodizer. Now with Sound Goodizer, you just turn it right there, just like that. Right? You just turn it like that. Leave it on A, turn it like that. It'll sound beautiful. Just watch. So yeah, that's how I master for my master stuff. Now for the EQ type of stuff, I'll just load an EQ in a random thing right here, EQ2. Alright, so I can see you haven't really worked on your EQing. So as you can see up here, it says low bass, bass, low mid, mid, upper mid, pass, and treble. Alright, so you're gonna want to learn those things. You're gonna want to learn frequencies. Alright, your kicks are usually around 80 to 100 hertz, maybe. Your bass is gonna be more like to the left, you know, so 25 hertz or more. You know what I mean? That's gonna be your low bass. And then you know, you got your high bass, or your just regular bass, which is 129 or so. But you're gonna want to keep your kicks in like a 80, 85 range, around there. Alright, so to do a really good low pass, what I saw you do was just do this. You know, it's not really that much. You can just drag it like that or so, you know, but that's not, I don't like that. So what you can do here is this purple one right here, the first one, lines up with this one right here. Alright, so as you can see, my arrow is changing and everything, so that's what I'm going to show you. Excuse you. So what you're going to do is you're going to hover over the bottom one, which is a little square, and you're going to scroll down to 4. Alright, so then 4 squares will pop out. Alright, this right here determines your wave on the bands. Alright, on each of these bands, these determine the waves. Alright, so what you're gonna do is scroll down once, twice, boom, you got a low pass right there. You go down to your bandwidth, turn that down 1, 2, scroll it down twice, and then you'll have it straight on the 0 line, and then bam. See what I'm saying? It's a beautiful low pass. You know what I'm saying? Nothing gets past this, you know. And so I'm gonna load in a kick in the oh yeah, hold on, I'm speaking too much at the same time. Alright, so insert 1. So I'm gonna, well, I already have them preset up right here. So anyways, this is a preset for the kicks. Now I'm gonna play a kick. Oh wait, hold on, my bad. Alright, and I'm gonna play a kick. Okay, and here we go. Alright, so that's where your kicks usually have to be at. Okay, you don't really want any bass around here, so you kind of bring it down a little bit, bring it low. I can't do the low pass thing because it'll just mess with it, so I just leave it on 1, and I leave the regular little thing that comes up first when you know, load the parametric EQ2 in there, so I just leave it at that. And I just mess with these. You want to get this around 39 hertz, 25 hertz, and then 91 hertz. You can bring this down if you want, but then you'll have to bring these up. This is one preset. The other preset that I have is a hard kick, regular. This is for different ones, and I bring these down, and then I have these up right here. And since this is around 91 hertz, You know, like I said, 85 or to 100 hertz. That's where your kicks need to lay. You want to EQ your kicks, your bass. You shouldn't have to worry about. I'm going to teach you a little thing, because in a lot of the times your kicks will clash in with your bass, and you won't even know it until you put it on some good speakers. So I'm going to teach you something else. So you're going to want to load up your bass into another insert. You're not going to EQ your bass or anything. The master track is already going to like master everything that's put into the mixer. So you don't want to EQ your bass or anything, at least I don't. You're going to want to put some effects on it, like camel fat and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so you're going to want to load it up in an insert 6 and then go back to your kicks. In your kicks, what you're going to want to do is load up Fruity Peak controller. Alright, I already have it saved as a preset, but what you're going to want to do is, first off, when you load it, this little thing will be on. Turn that off, okay? The decay, turn it all the way to the right. Turn this tension bar all the way up. Alright, on the volume, put it slightly to the left. Alright, if you can see the little dash mark right above here, put it slightly to the left of that little dash mark. The bass, put the bass slightly above the little dash mark right here. Alright, and then that's it. That's all you have to do with the Fruity Peak controller. Now what you're going to want to do is, on the insert where you loaded your bass, you're going to want to right click on this the volume knob. Alright, go to link to controller. As you can see, it's already linked, but do it anyways. Go to link to controller, internal controller, and you're going to want to find where you put your kicks on the insert. So my kicks are already labeled. You know, you can see my PVP Heavy Kick 2 right there. It's on insert 5. So I would click that, and it says peak right there. So I would click that and click accept. Now what happens is, when my kicks hit, my volume of the bass drops. You see what I'm saying? It drops down. Like every single time my kick hits, the bass just drops. Alright, so if I have, here, I'll just make a pattern real quick. By the way, every single time when you have your bass, you're going to want to cut itself so it doesn't clash in with other basses. So I'm going to just make this real quick. It's nothing special. Alright. Size this down. Alright, now watch as I play. Watch the mixer and the knob on the insert 6 go down. What it does there is it prevents the kicks clashing in with the bass, so you get a cleaner sound. You get to hear the kicks and you get to hear the bass at the same time. Now, a little tip thing though, on the Fruity Peak controller, don't turn the volume down a lot, because if you do that, then when it plays, it's gonna turn the volume down a lot, and it won't sound right. It'll sound like the bass is going out and then coming back up slowly. See how much it drops? It may sound good right now, but it really doesn't. If you look at the waveform, you can see the bass kind of like coming up from the kicks. You see, there's not like a connection. I don't know if you could see it. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's just not good. So just kind of leave it close to the little dash, like about like that. So I'd say maybe like 11:45, you know, 11:45, not close to 12, but like 11:45, 11:50, you know, around there. It'll sound perfect, you know, bass won't clash, nothing. Another thing is, layer your kicks. You're gonna want 2 kicks. Alright, one that has like a distinct sound, and then one that has some bass. And then you're gonna want to put them together. Usually with my kicks, you know, they're like rap beat kicks. These two, they're somewhat the same, but they're really not. One's longer than the other, and I layer them, and then I EQ them. And then yeah, that's what makes them sound good, because they're EQ'd. You see what I'm saying? So this is the regular EQ for these two kicks. Each set of kicks has a different type of EQ that works for them. So you'll just have to find out what EQ works for your kicks. Okay. Another thing is you'll have to turn down the volume so your kicks don't clip. As you can see, my kicks clip. It goes into the red right here. So you just want to bring them down. And then you can look over here to see where they're hitting. Right around -1 is good enough. -1 and below is beautiful, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to go above that, honestly. -2 would actually be perfect. Because you got to think about it like this. If you've ever noticed, you make a beat in here, you know, and it sounds fine, but then when you export it, everything gets louder. So that's why you want everything kind of a little low right now, because when you export it, it'll get loud. I don't know why, but it's just like that. So we're gonna stop that. I think that's all I have to say, you know. For sounds, like for you know, your little melodies with your VSTs and everything like that, you know. Usually what I do to master those, I don't really EQ them. I don't put a low pass or nothing on them. All I do is on here, I drag this till it's at the zenith. The zenith is a scientific term for when it's directly 90 degrees above. So it's 90 degrees facing up, you know what I mean? So I just, like, let's say the Sylenth was in here, Vanguard, you know, so I would turn all these up the same amount. Now, if the sound is low, like too low, and it's right here, just go into the VST and turn it up. Don't go on here. Make sure these are all pointing up with your VST sounds, your synth sounds, or what have you. It'll just come out a little bit cleaner and everything, you know. So let's see here. So I can show you the masters and everything. I'm gonna make yeah, I'm gonna select a piano real quick. I like working with piano a lot. This is 17 minutes long. Holy shit. Alright, so I like something. I like that. So I'm gonna click F7 and that'll bring you to your piano roll really quickly. So I already know these notes by heart because I play these same notes a lot. So yeah. So in order to select a group of notes, right now I am unable to do it because I'm using my, well, now I can. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is click Control and then just you know, highlight them. Click Shift and you can copy your notes like that. Real easy, real easy, you know, it makes less work. Alright, so now as you see, it repeats at the 2, which is a bar. This is one whole bar. Alright, when you have it in a 8 bar or an 8-step pattern or a 16-step pattern, you're gonna want to make it longer. Alright, so what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to copy this, and now as you can see, it is gone. The 2 is longer, you know, the bar is longer. So you're just gonna want to highlight these, shift them over, make them that long, and then you're just gonna want to make them a 2-bar length. You know what I'm saying? So it'll go up to the 3. So you just highlight these, drag them over. Now it's at a 2-bar length, as you can see, so it's longer. So now, as you can see, you have more room to do stuff. You see what I'm saying? So you can just. So now, like right here, you know, I want to add a little higher note. And you're probably wondering why my drums are stopping. Well, for one, they're only that long. Two, this needs to be turned on in order for them to keep on going back and forth. But I'm not gonna keep going with the drums and everything. I'm just gonna size this down to an 1/8 step, and then I'm gonna go to the master real quick before my iPod dies. All right, so with the limiter, you got the compressor already. So we're gonna want to turn the gain down just a little bit to like -2 or so. It doesn't really matter. So now we're gonna want to turn this up and turn this up. And as you can see right here on your master, you know, I clicked on my master. This is always gonna stay, you know, it's never gonna go above that. That's what you want. All right. That's what a Fruity limiter is for, to limit it. It's basically like you know, something that it's a hard limiter. Basically, that's what it is. It's basically like a hard limiter. If you ever master vocals or whatever, you use a hard limiter to make the vocals to a certain decibel, you know, of a volume. You know, so -1 decibel is pretty loud. -3 is not that loud. So yeah, so you want to do that. Make sure these don't peak right here, these waveform files. If they're not peaking, then you're good. What I mean is like they go a little bit above. Well, since I have it EQ'd and compressed and everything, it won't do that. But so yeah. So now that you got the gain, that's all you needed to do. You know, turn it down around -2 or so. Make this soft. Turn these 3 down. Don't mess with the threshold. Sound goodizer, leave it around there. That's pretty good. You can throw in a Maximus. I'm not really too familiar with Maximus. And that's basically it. You know what I mean? With your files and everything, you know, you can like do a normalize, make them bigger and stuff. Don't do that. Just leave them at their normal stuff. If you ever find a file with like red loops at the end of them, you know, it's due to this. Somebody did that and then saved it like that. What you can just do is just drag it, click it, drag it, throw it into the scissors, which is Edison. Let Edison load up and everything, you know. Alright, so then what you can do is when you find the red bars or the red little tabs, you can just right click them and delete, and it'll get rid of them for you real quick. Or you can delete like this blank space that I have right here. I don't want it, so I want to delete it, you know. And then you can just click on the little file thing right here to look like that, and then drag it back in. And then it should be there, just like I had it. See, voila. And then you can normalize it, blah blah blah. You know, you don't really need to mess with these. You can mess with this. This can EQ your bass a little bit, you know, without you having to put it into a mixer and EQ it from there. That's pretty much it, man. That's all I really have to show you. Unless you have anything else, you know, further questions, you know, hit me up on Facebook. You know, I'm always on there, shit. But yeah, man, I'll see you later.